The other story we had was the I'm Missing You, Joe and Case.
Yeah.
Who do you think had because people debate who they think had the better version. Both are great singers, but it's I know Case has the one that was more in the public eye that we all get to hear on the video and really blew up. But then others who had heard Joe's version and thought actually probably preferred his version. But what was your thoughts?
You know what? Let me get the side note in there. I think Bob forgot. He talking about the record that it's a record that we did on Joe called Ghetto Romance, and Damage is the one that did it. So, but it was so long ago, man. I think Bob kind of like forgot a little bit. But it was called Ghetto Romance that we did on Joe, and it was on Damage.
Okay.
It was
From
I
the
think they
UK,
was from
yeah.
London.
Yeah. Damage, yeah.
Yeah, and then that went number one. So, all right, to get back to what you were saying, you know what, man? They both my brothers, man. They really are, man. They both my brothers. We work with both of them a lot. We just put more music in Cases than Joe because we didn't get a chance to get back. It's weird how that happened, man. Because the guy that was managing Joe at the time, he was like, I don't know, man. That's too poppy, man. He was like, too poppy. He was like, yeah, go to another song. So that's when we went to Ghetto Romance, right?
Okay.
But to get to your point, man, when when he heard Case was gonna come with a single, all of a sudden he calls back and he was like, "Hey man, what happened, man? I paid y'all for that, man." We was like, "Yeah, but you said you didn't like it, man. You said it was too pop." He was like, "I never said that." I'm like, "Yes, you did, man." He said, "I never said." He said, "I never said that, man." He said, "Ghetto Romance and Missing You was too pop." So what happened was he called him and Leor made a deal that Case can release his in the States first, and Joe can release his in England, and they was number one at the same time.
Mm.
So Joe's was number one in London and in England over there,
Yeah.
and Cases was number one here.
But
It's
Case has
crazy,
got yeah,
man.
the bigger market and uh oh, so is it a case where the I mean, did he hear Case's version and thought, oh, actually, the song is actually better than I thought, or what would you think?
You know what? I have no idea, man. I just know that we recorded it on Joe at first, and then the A&R for Def Jam heard it and was like, after I after after I showed, because that was it was just like how Thong Song was, like that was the first one on a that, right? So then when I went to 8 songs, they was like, go back. Let me hear what you just played. That first one you just played. So I played it. Now I think he was having reminiscing on Faded Pictures that him and Joe did together. So when he heard Joel's voice, he was like, "Hey man, I think I want that one, man. I want that one to be the first one y'all record on Case." So we was
Mm.
like, "Okay." He was like, he called Case, and Case was there the next day, man. Case was
Yeah.
hoarse and everything, man. So, but we put him in the booth anyway. That's why when he said I can't sing no more, he was really serious, man.
Wow.
Because he was hoarse, man. When he got off the plane, he couldn't even talk. He was, "Hey, what's up, man? How y'all
So
doing?"
when he says he
He
can't
was
sing,
talking
no,
like that,
and
man.
you kept it on the record.
So no, so what we did is he when he heard it, he was like, you know what? Let me give it a go, man. Let me see what I sound like. So he ended up doing it, and then when his voice went out, he was like, I can't sing no more. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep that, man. So
Wow.
I kept it. I just kept it, man. When we was mixing it, I just kept it up because we did a lot of takes. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
then when he said I can't sing no more, it was so in pocket. I was like, you know what? That might work, man. I'm like, that might work for a lot of reasons because he said I can't sing no more, meaning that I'm missing you so bad that I
Yeah,
can't even
yeah, yeah,
sing no more about you.
yeah,
So it was a twofold thing. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I was
yeah.
like, he can't sing no more. He literally can't sing anymore. And then he missing the person so bad that he can't sing no more. So I was like, let's just keep it because it's in pocket, man. And I kept it and it worked.
You know what? Daryl Simmons, when I interviewed him, he said the same thing when they recorded End of the Road with Boyz II Men, that Wanye had lost his voice, but they needed to record the vocals that night to send it in for the soundtrack. And at the end, he says, "Help me out, fellas." That he was dying. He says, "Help me out, help me out." That was him saying, "Look, guys, I can't take it no more. Help me out." And they kept that in. That was really him. So when you said the same thing with the case part, I guess it's like, wow, yeah. I mean, and I think that's the thing we talk about. What you guys were doing is that you were able to capture the vulnerability of men. A lot of people talked about the track you did with Dave Hollister. Was it Come Home?
Take care home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dave
yeah.
is bad, man. Dave is one, man. He one of the baddest singers I ever worked with, man. Matter of fact, he has so many ideas and runs, man. Is that you almost have to tell him, man. You almost have to tell him, man, like that's too much.
Wow.
Like he did so much creative stuff, man. I'm like the regular person listening to it, man, ain't gonna understand that run that you just did. Like I get it because I'm from church, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm like the regular person listening to music, man, ain't gonna understand that, man. So when we did that whole album, I think that album, so I got it over there, but when that album, when that whole album, we had to tell him, man, hey, man, Dave, that's too much, man. That's too much. I think you're doing a little too much, man. They ain't gonna understand that, man. Wow. And then some of them we kept, you know, if it was like later on the track, you know what I mean, or something like that, we'd keep it. But, you know, right at the beginning, we was like, it was like wrestling a little pig at first, man. Because he's so talented, man. He could do anything, man. And he was so creative, man. Like he would just come up with something, man. Like Joe's the same way. Joe, Case, you know, all them guys, man. They be coming up with stuff just so creatively, man. You like, okay, I like it, but the regular listener, man, they not gonna understand it, man.
And is this
I hate to say it, man. Let's do that on the end.
Was this from what you learned from L.A. Reid about not doing too much? Was it, if you hadn't listened to L.A., would you have just put it in?
Probably, man. Yeah. But LA, I just always, it just was always just twinkling in my head, man. I'm like, of LA saying, hey, man, don't have them just singing all over the track. Because, you know, if you think about it, man, music is simple, man. Music is just like this. It's like, if you try to tell somebody how to get to the grocery store, you ain't saying that, all right, you know what? There's going to be there's a big pit right there. There's going to be a pit bull you're going to have to run across the street. And then, like, you know, the rocks is kind of weird right there. And then that throws them all off, man, to the trail. You know what I mean? So music is supposed to be simple, man. It's like, you know, simple directions, man. It's like, here's the verse, here's the hook, here's the verse, and here's the bridge, and then the out. You know what I mean? And you want to make it like that, so people understand, you know what I mean? The greats that came before us, Gamble and Huff, you know what I mean? They just created that, man. You know what I mean? Like, even the guys that did the Beatles is like, This is the hook, this is the hook, this is the verse right here, this is the hook, second verse, then here come the hook again, and then, you know what I mean? But but they won't know that if they singing all over it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
I probably gave it-
No. Okay, you okay?
They don't understand what Boyz II Men all
Play it.
and all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.